is so large, I think that he can get a lot out of that gate crash.
Yeah,
so,
agreed. That, especially with some of the angles that you can actually find cover on when you get onto a site.
Yep.
So those are definitely things to keep in mind. Flash comes through early. Asuna wants to control mid-map, and boy will he. There's 2 early in the pistol as Raucus will fall alongside Baby Bay, and 100 Thieves dominate mid-map.
A little bit of deja vu there, isn't it?
It really is.
Asuna making an aggressive play on C defense on Haven for a pick in the second half of the last one. There indeed is that large gate crash, but Corey was spotted out. Asuna with 3, might just ace. Let him have it.
Oh, but might get caught out, or will he? Oh boy.
Here it is.
So Asuna now 2 away from an Empress in round 1. Here comes the play. Nitro able to get the kill, and you have to feel like Asuna will be awarded the defuse. So after
Nitro.
round 1, Asuna is going to be 1 away from having an early Empress. Maybe not. Just
That
kidding.
was kind of scummy, Nitro. Let your boy get an ace.
Flawless.
You know? He'd have been right there for an ult immediately.
Would have been.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Man.
See it.
Or you love to see it. Again, depending on what side you happen to be rooting for.
Get the man his ace. He worked hard for it. He ran all the way around the map. That's a large map. You gotta have some cardio for this one.
That's true. Man. So this is another one of those things, you know, when we were talking about the matchup between Ryze and Sentinels. Ryze, who did not have the Sova, had trouble taking the middle of the map. That much, well, has not been a concern yet for 100 Thieves, but definitely a question that could linger depending on how FaZe decide they want to play some of these offensive rounds early.
Yep, triple a Marshall purchase here for FaZe. A lot of long angles on this map, so it is one of those eco-type purchases that can sometimes be fruitful just because of how many long sight lines you might get to capitalize on with the Marshall. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves getting, once again, fairly aggressive out in the middle. Big control of elbow position. Asuna looking to push even deeper than that here. All the way past the pillar now.
And has this early Vandal. This is going to be such a huge advantage to play these corners however he so feels fit. Although, Raucus, some damage coming through, but it's Ethan over through elbow. FaZe not expecting it nor watching it at all, really. Finds 2, and that's going to be largely just the round right there.
Yeah, you get a little bit concerned because, you know, you're wondering, oh no, is Asuna going to get caught with this Vandal out on an island in front of pillar? Is that going to give FaZe a little bit of breathing room? But they're able to handle it. Now this tripwire is going to not really allow Baby J to...
Thinking about it.
He's like, can I sneak behind? No, you're not. You're not flanking, bud. Like you're not gonna make it. Unfortunate. Big sad. That's a great trapwire to have, by the way, because we definitely see that A-Hall's position kind of get overlooked, and we saw it last series from Ryze.
Oh,
they
boy.
were able to abuse it.
Here comes Asuna. No, denied. Nice shot from Raucus. That's a rifle picked up, but only 15 seconds on the clock, and they're going to have to make their way through the large majority of what the Cypher setup is going to look like. Spy cam, trapwire. Spy cam will scout this all out. Guiding light to make sure, and then steal. Long range, clean for the second, to be honest, and 100 Thieves will take the second round.
They will. Bonus comes up clean, and they keep the Vandal in play, which is huge, because now that gives them that little bit more leverage on their bonus round that you wouldn't otherwise have. It gives you a little bit more equal footing firepower-wise. So that is kind of a nice luxury. Ethan actually will go Sheriff only.
Yeah.
Looks like. But plenty of utility, of course.
Look at
Full
FaZe's
rifles
stack
for
here.
FaZe. Yep.
Alarm bot to keep the flank safe. What's the call here? Is it early aggression maybe in the cards? I mean, look at the setup, though. Defensively, Steel has a nice little corner picked out for him. And again, you still have Ethan that can throw his utility over. Yeah, he just has the Sheriff, but the Trailblazer and Guiding Light is huge. Here comes the hit. Steel first one to fall. Very quick take from Baby Bay. That should lead to a plant. Corey is going to be able to lock down another angle as Ethan was tagged up. Power of the Sova coming into play in a 5v3 post-plant setup for FaZe.
Yeah, pretty just quick, bursty type of attack there from FaZe. Kind of something that's very characteristic of their team. Tough to crack open B, though. It's a very tight choke point just getting through that main archway position, especially if you don't have mid control to also attack from B tunnel side. But they put that Viper wall down. They kind of just catch Steel off guard in the corner. Very clean entry onto him, and that just kind of opens the floodgates. And hold the phone, because 100 Thieves are making this really scary.
Nitro's found a free angle. He's just been waiting for a play to come through the middle or from behind. So now all of a sudden it's a 3v2 the opposite way. Shots from Hiko are really good. Baby Bay fighting back. Able to tag him up to critical health, but Nitro finds one more. Time will not allow them to get this defused, but boy, that got a little bit too close for comfort for way too long this time.
Yeah, I mean, they're only going to survive with one Vandals. That's a very tough round, especially with the Hunties coming into their first full buy here and now. If they wipe FaZe this round, their economy is going to be in tatters because they're having to rebuy so much. And so that, for the long term, for Hunties could come up really big for them.
Man. Yeah, the utility being spent here was just so good for FaZe. It's a different story, though, if even Steel finds one, though, realistically speaking. I mean, he puts himself in a corner where he's going to be forced to battle 1v multiple, but the Cyber Cage did not provide enough for him to get away. Fake out coming through with the Owl Drone. That will actually keep Nitro from peeking. Still finds a chance, and boy, does he ever make good use of it. Corey will fall for first blood, and all of a sudden, out of the mix is Nitro as he's found a little bit of haven to play with the backside of the site.
But unable to escape completely. Maybe Jay gonna take him down. Hiko good for one. Maybe Jay continues to put the pressure on right now. Even spotting another player over towards mid doors, over this railing. Asuna trying to get into the mix, is able to pick up a flank. That's Cave, and he actually gets the spike down. Oh no! Baby J in a tough spot now, 1v2.
This would have to be a full ace for Baby J to secure the round. He knows that Asuna's in the back. No information on where Ethan is positioned. Asuna just kind of tapping away. There's Ethan for one, and Asuna denies the ace in what looked to be a really good setup initially. I mean, yeah, Nitro finds the first blood, but the trades were looking good for FaZe to get onto site. Up until the capitalization came through from behind, and just beyond that, just the kill from underneath the bridgeway deep into the site.
Yeah, and it's also kind of a throwback to see Nitro on an operator. He was, I don't know if I would say like an unwilling primary operator in CSGO, but he wasn't like a classic one. Like, he didn't have it from the beginning of his career to the end of the career. He kind of did it out of necessity a couple of different times for Team Liquid in CSGO, and then just kind of embraced it. Definitely was very good at it, especially defensively in CSGO. He was very smart about angles he picked, timing, stuff like that. Not necessarily like the flashiest shooter of the op, but he was just really smart in how he managed the weapon. And so seeing him that round, you know, do what he could defensively on the A side, definitely a map that requires some defensive opting, I feel like, because it's so large. Cool to see him have it. A little bit of nostalgia. Even though that was only a couple of years ago in CSGO.
Offensive pressure from FaZe through Caves has forced the Seekers out here in the eco round. Also, the Blades are in play for Baby Bay, clearing out spawn. No one is sure whatsoever what's coming around the backside. Awesome is also hit into the Empress, and he is largely the first point of contact that would have to be here defensively, playing deep into the site as Hiko.
Yeah. Take off that position here. Does spot one. Baby Bay misses the dash, unable to get away. And Asuna gets two, and he's just feeding now. Finally silenced by Corey, but he's done so much damage.
Poison orb emitting.
Yep, Hiko knows exactly what's to come here. Poison Orb will deny, Snake Bite will delay. And all of a sudden, the defense still with good position mid-map.
30 seconds
Ethan,
left.
a little dicey, but is able to at least tag down. Baby J to critical HP. Steal makes good onto Corey, also onto Baby J for his double. Zach, the last player left alive, and Ethan will find this kill. No problem, no contest. 100 Thieves up 4-1.
Indeed, they are. And it's really just this mid-aggression from Asuna. He's denying a lot of space. He's getting intel on rotations. And now this round with the ult, he's able to not only create presence, but have a substantial impact on the man count. And that's going to put 100 Thieves now up 4-1. We are going to see the buyback here from FaZe. They're fully equipped. They have lockdown. They have Corey's ult as well. So they definitely have a heavy toolbox to use in this round.
Yeah. Early aggression, though, from Asuna. Lots of damage onto Zach. Also denies any play through this top bridgeway. Asuna still wants more. The Leer comes out. Nitro working with them, but the trades favor FaZe. So now aggression comes through. Dimensional drift from Corey, trying to clear off space. The Recon Bolt also a part of this. And also, I mean, everything's being spent. Attacking lockdown as well. Hiko's just going to back away. He could still fight this back. It's going to be a 1v1 with Corey to start. And actually, Corey's going to back out with the gate crash. That was a lot spent to never actually fully take the A site, but Raucus able to tilt the advantage even further in favor of FaZe as he finds one more, and now it's a 4v2.
I mean, they basically took the site. Yeah, they didn't quite take it, but they pushed the defense back so heavily and whittled their numbers down so much that it was almost as valuable as taking the site and getting this tank out. And they are going to have, you know, Baby Bay now also pushed up top middle, potentially backstabbing defending spawns. I mean, this one's wrapped up for them. They just handled that A-Hall situation so well early on. I mean, Baby J trading 2 for 1, that was so big. And then obviously just getting that space with the lockdown and with the dimensional drift. And now they're going to cash in.
Deal on the other side of the map. I would have to imagine probably will consider just playing for either an exit at best or what would be most likely just a full-on save. So FaZe able to strike. I mean, it does cost them a lot when it comes to ultimates. I mean, lockdown, dimensional drift. You have been at least able to get the Hunter's Fury and potentially Viper's Pet for next round, but I don't know, worth it in your mind?
Not sure. I'll come back to you on that.
Right.
I will give you a little bit of an update on what's going on around the scene. We do have Sentinels taking on Envy. That'll be up next. Winner of that gets a spot in Berlin, so Sentinels versus Envy going to be a very important matchup. And then, of course, the winner of this game will play the winner of XSET Luminosity for another slot for Berlin. We are deciding spots today. We aren't eliminating people today. We're deciding spots today, which is nice. It gives the, you know, it means that like a team gets to hang around a little bit longer, right? If you lose, you get a chance to kind of recover rather than just getting knocked out immediately. I think that's quite nice.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. Much better that time from FaZe through and through, and I think, like you mentioned, it really just comes down to the fact that they trade 2 for 1 in their favor up top instead of the opposite way around. I mean, Austin had a really good look at the gunfight, but him not winning it very well could have meant win condition.
Is this a teaser?
I sure hope so.
Sloth Sniper? Would be interesting.
I'm here for it. Take my money. Trailblazer, Poison Cloud, and also the Snake Bite coming in. And how about this? Raucus is actually going to come into the Hunter's Fury. He does tag down Ethan, I believe, once, but cannot finish the kill. There's also tagged by the Al drone, so space has been gained in front of B, but even still, FaZe not feeling confident about it, are just going to re-wrap over to join Baby J in mid.
But they've caused a big rotation, but the counter to that is that Steel has a deep position here in Cave. And so it's going to get interesting to see how it plays out. Austin looking to take the battle out in the middle. Austin able to win his fight over on Corey. So main advantage gain for 100 Thieves. And again, Steel still has his spot. It goes unchecked. Neural Theft comes in, and this is looking great.
And confidence through Nitro still with the scope. Able to find one, but the Neural Theft may have done him awry right there as he was expecting the aggressive challenge, but holding the ground.
Enemy remaining.
Steel in the back able to find one. Baby Bay, nowhere to go but down. And man, it just looked like one of those things. You use the Hunter's Fury, you push back a couple of B defenders. I think, like you mentioned, you would expect from 100 Thieves for you would be the hits coming, but Steel's fine with that. And he says, all right, you go ahead, hit B. I'm just going to push through into A, and that keeps the defensive play largely alive through mid-map if they want it.
I think a lot of it came down to Hiko's counter utility as well at that deep choke point. And it's a very scary choke point to push whenever you have, you know, Viper smokes in your face. If you Snake Bite down, you're going to take damage if you try to push through it. You don't have B tunnels access. It's a funneled hit. You're not able to split the site and really put that multi-prong pressure on 100 Thieves. You're able to just kind of, you know, settle in the corner. So I think Hiko's a big part of that. Just the stalling tactics he had to force FaZe to feel like they needed to divert back. And then, yeah, still in the perfect position to collect. Neural Theft was huge there. Now they have a double stack on the double stack. And that could be interesting.
Aldrone will see Nitro, but like you mentioned, Steel will be concealed throughout this. Does actually get flushed out by a Snake Bite off screen and kind of the other side of the map. Saw the tail end of the gunfight between Ethan and Corey. And this Viper's Pit getting committed to, but again, not a lot gained from it as of yet. Also just going to slip around the back. This could actually cut FaZe's offense into 2. And actually, it's going to dive right on in. Austin up for 3. Able to hit the dismiss, sees Raucus at range. It's a Marshall for him. And oh my, Asuna single-handedly once again destroys the entire setup for FaZe, and Nitro's final kill puts now 100 Thieves up 4.
Yeah, FaZe is hoping that that Viper's Pit is going to be a bridge to the site, a shroud to hide in, and Asuna says, nah, I won't be having any of that. I'm going to come in here and bust it up. Obviously still putting the pressure through with a bunch of spam as well, making it hard for FaZe to feel safe, traversing in to that A area. And so that's the 100 Thieves now up 6-2. It's back to a low buy for FaZe. They are running out of time in this series. Again, loser doesn't go home. They're still in the lower bracket. There's one spot up for grabs through that direction. But yeah, the win here is so big because now you're one best of 3 away from Berlin if you take a victory here. And 100 Thieves already a match to the good. And already a great opening in this one.
Raucus did find first blood though. Hiko trying to fight back, but Raucus again. Okay. Yeah, this is that triple Marshall setup that we very regularly see kind of come through here on Breeze. So 3v3, but you still have Marshals v operators, so you're going to have to hit more headshots if you're any of these final 3 FaZe players.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. That is for certain. still haven't really made too much presence anywhere else in the map, though we are seeing Corey start to make some real good forward progress through the A halls. But the thing is, Nitro's waiting for this. He's sitting in defending spawn. He's kind of keeping an eye on a potential A hall push through. They still have a good defense on the site itself. So, I mean, 100 Thieves are fairly well prepared for this very scenario. It's going to come down to whether or not Corey can get this kill on Nitro. If he can, then all of a sudden things get interesting.
Oh, but Ethan, he's actually feeling a bit fortuitous. Wants to move forward through the cave. Sees the weapon of one. Also, the sentry turret reveals him. Baby J. Huge pick here, and he finds it.
30 seconds left.
3v2. Nitro rotating. Oh my goodness, how did he ever get that shot versus Corey? Steel now on the site. Final two phase numbers right in front of him. Steel for one. That's the spike carrier down. Spy cam will be spent. Rock is revealed by this. No chance for him to delete the dart from the body, and Nitro will walk away with the third kill in the round. 7-2, 100 Thieves up big.
I mean, obviously, a kind of scary scenario because you feel like Ethan gets a little bit careless there inside cave, you know, not checking that secondary hallway and kind of getting blindsided. And all of a sudden, you're starting to worry for 100 Thieves because if Corey's also able to capitalize, then, I mean, Steel's done for. That's a round for FaZe all day long. But instead, Nitro makes a big rotating frag onto Corey and then Steel able to hold his ground, you know, knowing that his A-halls are covered. He can focus up on cave, able to deliver, and so 100 Thieves able to get their 7th round. But back to a full bot is FaZe, but they need to figure something out fast. I mean, Higa's just giving him nothing on this B side. He's playing
literally
so
zero.
smart, so patient.
There has not been a good look for FaZe here. Outside of maybe one of the opening rounds. Nitro through the toxic screen for one. Does get revealed. Nico now going to get tested once more, but Ethan is a part of this, and nobody from FaZe expects the quick hit. Ethan for two. Raucus will find one in response to Hunter's Fury, but the site has not been broken, and also does on the deep flank. May not even be needed. Baby J stuck inside an elbow. Ethan good for 4. Oh boy. And that may be the 6th foot in the ground dug as 100 Thieves is up 8-2.
Zachary on 0 frags, bro. I hate to point out things like that. And then also Corey picking the Yoru. Again, a tricky attacking agent. Only 2. Normally a star player for this team. Normally one of the best duelist, man, you know, skill for skill, pound for pound in the region. He's only got 2. So they're not getting a lot of value out of what is normally one of their best opening weapons, which is Corey as a duelist. Zachary struggling to find any impact on anything. And alongside just picking at individual stats, I think the other thing you have to really talk about here is that their attacks are so one-dimensional.
Yes.
You know, they're not able to have any mid-presence at any point in time in this game. And so all their attacks are being essentially funneled through A-halls, cave, or that initial B choke point. Well, with that, Hiko's doing his job to use his counter utility to stall out that initial choke point, buying time for rotations, giving Ethan the comfortability to be able to play elbow, play B tunnels, you know, keep some tabs on middle. You have Asuna who's been wreaking havoc aggressively at middle all game long. You have Nitro who's, you know, being very crafty with his operator, repositioning it. You know, pretty much every round he's somewhere different, looking for picks, and he's finding them successfully. Very reminiscent of what Asuna was able to do defensively with the op on Haven. And they're just getting whittled down. Like, FaZe are just way too one-tracked on this map. Like, they need to, when they have these full rounds, they need to be able to get that mid-control. They need to be able to coordinate better on some of these faster attacks without getting picked off on their way to the site.
And we really haven't seen any of Raucus's utility being set mid-map. I mean, if you were just to take the compare and contrast between what we saw in the first series between Sentinels and Rise, where Sentinels were using a lot of their Sova utility mid-map, Raucus hasn't done that at all. And with the extra flash presence, 100 Thieves have been able to just walk in, see what's going on mid-map, and then rotate back away. Baby Bay, aggressive. Gonna be denied. Ethan for another kill. And, well, I don't really know what to say from here. I mean, it's just, you have to force something in, and they're going to try to make a play over in towards B. Hiko is watching this. You also have a little bit of assistance from Steel backside of sight. Sentry turret will make sure that, yes, indeed, Hiko, there are players coming through, but FaZe, not bad. Find the first couple of kills, and that's going to be a plan.
Yeah, pretty solid little kind of fake there over towards A side. Definitely kept players in place, allowed them to have Easter access to this B site, and they're able to get some work done. But Asuna bringing it right back into a 3 versus 3, but that's a big shot from Zachary. He's finally on the board. What a moment to do it. Let's Steel striking back.
What in the world? Asuna, he dismisses away. Corey, though, in the dimensional drift, is buying a little bit of time, trying to find some space. 100 Thieves trying to play Where's Waldo with the Yoru right now. Weapon back up into hand. Fake out also set through. Double peek from 100 Thieves, and they still find a way to battle back. Oh my.
I mean, it's a tough one because FaZe didn't necessarily have the firepower to back up that attack, right? I mean, Zachary still hits a pretty nutty shot, though, with the Marshall, to be fair, but then Steel and Asuna just
Last
come in
round
there
before the
and mop
switch.
up, and that one shot from Asuna was kind of unreal. I mean, a little luck involved, but also just awareness of what to look out for, where is the potential spot to land a spam. Just, I mean, they are getting just bombarded right now, FaZe. This is the round. They have to win this round, bro. They have to win this round.
Have to.
Lockdowns in play. They need to be able to if they're going to go for this ace split, they need to be able to really solidify that A-Hall's control.
Oh, Nitro sees Baby J, and it's Asuna again, just taking an aggressive angle with this. That's the lockdown now off the table, and that very well could have been what was execute condition for FaZe.
Yep. Now they have to just rely on this Vipers, or never, that's a Vipers, but a Hiko over on the B side of the map. So that's entrenched. Eden still has mid. Oh, finally they got mid, bro. Can they do something with it now?
Flash comes out, Asuna playing aggressive, but Corey denies. Second blindside coming out. Nitro does get a bit of information that the hit is on the way. Steel still holding the site, finds one. Baby Bay playing a little bit further forward. Zach on the exact opposite angle. Finds another, and oh, Nitro.
So close.
Nearly takes off the scalp of Baby Bay, but it's a 3v2 for FaZe as they plan.
Off the hair bun of Baby Bay, perhaps. Aaron goes through trying to stall Baby Bay from pushing any further. Baby Bay will just kind of stay in the doorway here. Nitro has to worry about a lot right now.
Last player standing.
Hiko comes in, only good for one.
One enemy remaining.
Bags gets the kill. Uh-oh.
No way. No way.
Not like this.
Surely not.
Rifle now gained. Rock is holding in between the two pyramids. Not at full HP, just 67 health. Nitro is full. Two dart covers to play with. Has to clear space, and round they go. The snap. Oh my goodness. Nearly there, but Raucus is able to salvage the first half 3-9. Oh man, Dust.
No easy rounds found there for FaZe, and not many of them at all, period. Only coming up with 3 in that first half. A dominant defensive display from 100 Thieves. They just look so good. Whether it was their mid-aggression, whether it was, you know, Nitro's opping, whether it was Hiko stalling tactics at B. I mean, they just ran the show on that half, that's for sure. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see if 100 Thieves can take care of business in 2, or whether or not FaZe can muster a comeback. Stay tuned, folks. You don't want to miss it. Well,
Welcome back. It has been a display of dominance throughout this entire series from 100 Thieves so far, but we swapped the sides here, Dust and FaZe. Well, we keep mentioning it. I hate that we get to keep mentioning it, but FaZe find themselves in a required pistol round that they need to win.
Yeah, gonna be tough. Again, double controller can be very oppressive. On a map like this, you can cover so much ground, especially if you double up those abilities one way. And on a pistol round,
revealing area
where you're kind of more prone to do those types of things, again, it can be a lot to deal with. We are seeing at least a quick push through elbow, though, from FaZe to have at least a faster flank towards A side.
Trapwire will be there to keep this play honest, though, so you got to reconsider what exactly you want to do as now the hit starts to unfold. Baby J able to find the first, but flashed out from finding anything beyond it. Austin taking over so much space, not able to capitalize on an opportunity in front, but Nitro there watching the opposite angle, and uh-oh is right, Dust. There's 3 straight kills. Baby Bay, sure, you got this flank plus an extra little tap onto the head, but you are in a 1v3, and that's just a free rotation for 100 Thieves to go plant over at B.
Yeah, I mean, Baby Bay is also just stuck, still fighting. He's worried about being like mid. It's a watch decision. That's a nice little kill on the eco, but again, Spike's not being planted B. I hope that Asuna gets back up with Ethan. I would hate to see them give 1v1s to Baby Bay here, because Baby Bay has the health and the skill to win this.
Oh, Ethan. See Ethan on the corner. Okay, Ethan just does not
touch it.
Just don't peek.
Touch the fire.
Yep.
Don't touch
Stove
it.
is hot.
Stove is hot. Red alert.
Okay. Asuna timing from behind. Maybe be considerate of this, but misses the timing.
Oh, a little bit of discipline being shown there. Love to see it. I was a bit concerned for Asuna because I thought he was going to be in turbulent waters that forward with no real escape strategy, but then Ethan showed up with the guiding light. Nitro comes in there, reinforces, and that's the round right there. That's
yeah, it really is. And it's just, I mean, again, like, I don't know, in my mind, and I might be a little bit off the thread here, but, you know, watching Sentinels play Rise and now watching 100 Thieves play FaZe, they're playing with a different level of confidence than their opponents are on this map.
So if 3 Marshals wasn't enough, baby.
How about 5?
We're in the Old West. Get your cowboy hats and your spurs on.
Is there something to be said about not shooting the sheriff? But
the deputy is fine.
I did shoot the marshal.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's no deputy in this game, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, missed opportunity, honestly.
Spike planted.
Spike will be planted. And well, for FaZe, I don't know how you retake a site.
The Marshals, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But they're darn sure going to try.
Maybe.
Send it.
Well, it's going to be maybe one by one they go because first one forward is Baby Bay.
Bro, this is like
does get the wall. Corey is playing alongside Rockets. Asuna thinks about peeking. Flash comes out. There's one. There's 2. Oh my goodness! I thought Asuna got the 3rd. He didn't, but nearly did. And 11-3, 100 Thieves up.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe is kind of fighting a war of the past with the firing line of muskets, and 100 Thieves is taking full advantage of modern day technologies. And that's going to be that one. Dunzo. 11 rounds now for 100T.
Dude, it's just like there's something about watching Asuna that is I don't mean to sound biased, but it's just special compared to everybody else because
no,
like
you're biased.
he plays on
Everyone hate on him on Reddit now. I want
please,
to see
yes.
tweets.
Bias caster.
I'm the best though. Definitely want to follow me and say only kind things about me. But Shiv, you know, each their own.
He plays with such a high sensitivity. These little micro corrections. Even when you slow it down, it doesn't look like it's slowed down.
I've got your trail.
Different, man. Kids say.
Oh.
Speaking of crack, Baby J making a big play there. Gets spiked down, gets the man advantage, and gets control of K position.
But Asuna has gained the A site and has an Empress to play with if he wants to.
Your fault.
That's a big catch.
Asuna's still alive. I mean, you can have as many kills as you want if you're FaZe, but until you kill Asuna,
Finished.
this round is still plausible. And with that response coming out as well from Ethan, now it becomes very doable. Spike has been collected, 55 seconds on the clock, and it will be planted. Zachary looking to get aggressive. Ethan has read this. I like to come through, able to get the flash, not able to find the angle. Baby here as well. A little bit of damage confirmed. Asuna, no way. 1v1. Asuna not gonna find it. FaZe stay alive.
Oh,
if only barely.
By the hair on their chinny chin chin. They are able to pull this one through, get themselves a 4th round. Again, very costly though. least they're going to have daggers available for Baby Bay and a lockdown. So they do have a couple of things kind of helping them out in that regard. But 100 Thieves
Got your trail.
still
I've got your
sitting
trail.
pretty with the lead.
Yeah.
On that advantage. And that's a tough loss. Sure, you just got caught on a little bit of a timing. But, I mean,
Your fault.
you know, to be fair, props for the intuition of Baby J to make that play, give his team a lifeline, because they were starting to really lose any hope in this series. But now, maybe something has been sparked, but full buy is back for 100 Thieves. No ult, but still plenty of utility.
Yeah.
Another maybe early A-Hall battle in play here.
Blades for Baby Bay. Early lockdown coming through. Baby J gonna once again just take the same angle, finds the kill. Nitro responds to one, but not the second.
Spike down
Baby J
A.
for 3, and oh my.
Alrighty.
That
Well then,
works.
sir. Okay. Now you have my attention.
I need you to dress up as Leonardo DiCaprio's character from Django Unchained now for Halloween.
No.
All right,
I think
well, I tried.
that's a hard no. Nothing good would come of that.
You had my curiosity, sir.
It's a good line, but
It's a great
not
line.
a good costume to wear. Anyway, as we get on to this, we'll have FaZe going up to 5.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Should. In
Yes.
45 seconds to play, and the Spike has to clear so much space no matter which site you want to go to.
Toxins going up.
We got the boomers of 100 Thieves still left on the server. See what they can do
Deck
here.
W.
Yep. I mean,
30 seconds
very
left.
good boomers, I would say.
For sure.
They're the
Zach?
best. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 22 seconds on the clock.
They don't have time to go B, though.
One enemy
Rocket
remaining.
for 1.
Last player
Not gonna get the
standing.
second. Hiko. It's only 1 HP essential for AJ. 1 bullet will do the trick. 13 seconds on the clock.
Didn't have time.
Hiko has to commit. Has
10
to commit
seconds
here.
left.
Baby J is holding the site. Damage from the sentry. And Baby J does just barely peak in time for 4 in the round.
The thing was with Hiko, his HP was at a point where he didn't want to have to keep contesting that turret, because obviously
Yeah.
it's his location away, but he's also taking a lot of damage. It's just an easy frag for Baby J to clean up at that point. So I feel like if they would have bit the bullet and went B the first time around when they got into the 2-1-2, maybe they would have had time to make it. Well, when Hiko's in the 1v2, there's just no chance. There's not enough time to pass. Baby J just continuing to do big things in this cave area. That's 2 rounds now. He's basically single-handedly captured for his team to keep them afloat here. And now it's 100 Thieves onto a low buy. So this is a chance for FaZe to start building up a little bit of something here, making this a close contest all of a sudden. They need a couple more, though. They need to keep this rolling.
This could be nice. Baby Bay, elevation angle, tries to avoid the flash, but has to give up the angle, and here comes the attack from 100 Thieves. Through the poison cloud they go. Snake fight, also flushing out 1. And Zach doesn't actually finish the kill. Ethan able to find 1. Now dismissing forward as Hassan as he takes care of Baby Bay and 100 Thieves on what is essentially nothing purchased. They're in a 5v3 with a plant.
Yeah, let's see how the rest of it plays out. Regrowth coming from Ethan to help reinforce his teammates here. They already have man advantage on this retake, but Baby J gonna equalize those odds with a kill onto Steel. Rest of the 100 Thieves still holding onto the site firmly.
Baby J trying to clear a little bit of space as he moves over towards the corner. On that flank, though, would be Nitro.
Toxins going up.
Corey finds 1. 100 Thieves just trying to kill off time. Here comes Nitro's flank, but he's
player
denied by the
standing.
toxic screen. Kills are good from FaZe. Nitro, he is snuck behind, but they will see him, and he nearly gets a lineup. That could have been dirty, but Raucus will secure the defuse. And hold on a second, we've got ourselves a 6-11, and FaZe Clan could be right back in this game.
I will say this right now. Even though 100 Thieves lost that round, if you're a student of strategy, should go watch that round, because the layering of utility from 100 Thieves there was probably one of the best I've seen for executing the B side of this map. The way that they layered the Guiding Light with the Leer to basically make it impossible for Baby J to feel comfortable continuing to hold an angle and get a pick and fall off. The way that they lined up snake bites. Obviously, the smoke placement was key as well. I mean, that was just such a great sequence of utility, and they almost pulled it off because of it.
With no weapons, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. That's how good their utility was there.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Trail.
Dimensional Drifts.
Deleted.
Just to rotate away, Baby J does lock down Cave, so at
That
least
is
for
his place,
FaZe.
bro. That's his
Yeah.
home.
Yep.
Stay away from there.
Lear comes out, Guiding Light again. Flashes come through, Zach, no chance. This 0 chance. He's flashed to oblivion.
Neural Theft out as well to give extra intel to 100 Thieves to make these final decisions, as they will get the spike down with a 4-on-3, and they know that the defense is really still far out. That's the thing about this map, so large, when you have to make these later rotations, you don't have a whole lot of time to work it out.
The lockdown that could be used for the retake isn't even going to fully encompass the entirety of the zone. So I mean,
well,
this
it
is
could, but then you put it in a dangerous position to do so.
yeah.
Blinded.
There it goes. Comes out. Oh, and actually gets destroyed. Nice paranoia from Nitro, and that will allow them a chance to peek. Baby J nowhere to go, but down Raucous from inside the tunnel. Good for one, but that will be it. And 100 Thieves put themselves onto match point, up 12-6.
Yeah, and that's the
Match
shortcoming
point.
of the lockdown defensively.
Yeah.
You know, like, to be able to encompass the site, you have to have, like, a really firm foothold on it. And their goal was to try to control wall towards B tunnel, but that's just easy pickings for 100 Thieves, who were able to spot that out, shut it down pretty much immediately. Had 0 impact on the round, and 100 Thieves just continuing to race towards the finish line. They'll have a Viper's Pit available for an approach onto a site or for a post plant coming into this one.
Oh boy, well, it's going to take 6 in a row here for FaZe. They will have a Viper's Pit to deny the front door to B.
Yes.
Doesn't seem to be really deterring 100 Thieves too much, though. They still have 4 members that are stacked over this direction.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to see if maybe FaZe are going to look to use that Viper's Pit to try to get aggressive into B lobby, or whether they're just using it to anchor site. Now that they kind of know what they're up against, they're starting to back off, starting to route over towards B tunnels. They look to get some access to middle, create a little bit of pressure, try to force some respect out of FaZe defensively all across the map. They also have to be concerned about Baby J, who is relentlessly been pursuing K's position. Hiko will throw a wall down on A side to kind of threaten that while they look to take middle. Maybe is in a little bit of trouble here.
He's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to have to find at least one, then dash away. He's able to get the Cloud Burst to at least provide some distance. Ethan still wants to push forward. Safety net of the Viper's Pit is there, but as Corey tries to make his way and still actually locks down 2, it's now just down to Zach, and Zach is good for a double of his own. 21 HP, but a 3v2 as FaZe bend but do not break. The question mark is, do you still recognize that Nitro's in the back of the site? And yes, they do. So 3 in the round for Zach, and now it's just on to Hiko.
Yeah, really well done by Zachary here. Such a big play inside that Viper's Pit to get that multi-frag and to keep his team afloat. Hiko trying to sneak in, still making it happen, but little time left. And those fight positions is going to be a tough call. And WJ still playing for the defending squad, able to clean him out. And starts the 7th round for FaZe. They're starting to slowly but surely create their presence here on the server. The thing is, I know this is going to sound really pessimistic, I don't mean to, but the way that these rounds have played out, look at how many times the 100 were so close to closing, even with like a minimal weapon, right? Like that eco push on B, you know, they almost won that. So it seems like, yes, FaZe are absorbing this pressure and they're staying alive, but you wonder, like, you know, surely they break at some point the way 100 these are playing. Like, they're just a masterclass of map control right now from them.
Yeah, really the only time that we've established dominance for FaZe's defense is Baby J over through caves.
Yes, exactly. Everything else, it's been 100 Thieves being able to dictate the base at middle, you know, get access to B tunnels, threaten one of the toughest sites to crack in the game just based on how they use their utility, which is that B choke point. So they're doing a lot of things right, even though that they're losing, that keep the faith alive that they're eventually going to find a way to close. Now, if FaZe can win 1 or 2 more confident rounds, it's a different story all of a sudden.
Yeah, for sure. Different angle here for Baby J, getting on top of the double box. Trying to watch over the middle. Nitro, operator in hand. Baby J is going to have to respond to whatever comes through this toxic screen. Lear goes through Trailblazer as well. Here comes 100 Thieves. Recon bolt sent to try to counter. Lots of information off of it as well. Tons of players get tagged, and that's enough for Rockets to say, look, hey, time to go for the Hunter's Fury. Not going to really connect with too much, though. Viper's Pit also going to be spent. Baby J moving on forward, denies the Empress. Spike does get planted, though. It's all about what happens in the 4v4.
Yeah, that was a big shutdown, but like you said, there's still a lot of interesting resist this retake, but Corey cracks open one, so Baby J now decides to turn.
Nice. Just up to steal. Puts himself inside the cyber cage. Players all over the site, littering it. In fact, and Zachary from the high ground will find the kill. So now all of a sudden, cooking with a bit of gas is FaZe. 8-12 will be the tally, and they've successfully taken care of the Empress.
Yep.
That's
It was
not
a
bad.
nice initial attack from Thieves. Like, it's a great paranoia line that they use to push that player off the site by triple box and get in and get a plant. Use Viper Spit to reinforce. They had a 4-4 post plant. You feel like Asuna is able to complete his ult there and actually get that kill, then things could be different. But on the flip side, this is the confident win from FaZe we've been wanting to see throughout this half to really give you faith that they're going full steam ahead and actually challenging that finish line. You know, to come in like that, to win with 3 players still standing at the end of it, being so efficient on how they traded back into the site, even through a Viper's Pit, and now they force 100 Thieves onto a save. That's big news for them. That's a big win.
Do this cleanly, not only are you on 9, but your bank accounts are going to be looking mighty fine.
Yes.
Which could be absolutely pivotal when it comes to trying to stretch through these backgrounds to force an overtime. Lots of pressure established by 100 Ds, but it's read by the recon bolt. And just tapping away, Corey does get blessed with a headshot.
This round
In a
now
second.
becoming a foregone conclusion, pretty much. These are able to get access to A through mid door, using the cage to cross into site. Maybe just trying to sneak a plant in here. Not the best they can probably really hope for. They're actually doing a little bit of damage here and there, but yeah, Baby J, the king of the caves, strikes once more. And that's going to be it.
Flawless stuff coming out. Corey for 4 in the round has earned himself a dimensional drift. Really curious. I know that a lot of eyes are obviously focused on what the Euro brings to the table. We got, well, at least some results, I guess we'll say, from the first half. Get to really see kind of what he wants to do with this agent on the defense outside of throwing out a couple of the fake outs and blindsides here or there, but now maybe a chance to see what he wants to do with this dimensional drift and what, again, will be a very big round.
Yeah, lockdown also going to be available, but again, it's just tougher to get that in a good location to clear out an entire site for retake. So you have to be a little bit more crafty with it. Maybe even use an earlier round like he did to get game earlier. And this time he's been silenced. Finally,
yeah,
that's such a kill for Ethan. Conventional drift
Corey.
being used to flank in.
Oh no,
Bye-bye.
Gets caught.
Goodbye.
A little greedy playing for the information. Gets pulled out of the channel of the ult and right into the waiting columns of Nitro.
I mean, that
so now 5-3. Yeah, I know, right? 80 holds the angle, finds one in response, but also gets the trade. It's all down to Zach and Raucus, and watch the late load from Steel. The attacking Cypher might not even be required. Raucus has been affected. Steel right behind. And well, this would be a 1v4 from the Aegis, but it will not happen. It took a little bit longer than maybe we anticipated after the first half, but still the result.